Hey everyone, how you guys doing? I'm Erica, and in this video I'm going to be giving you 16 Pinterest marketing tips that you need to use to grow your business using Pinterest. Now the first one, which is obvious guys, is you want to create a business account for your business. To do that, simply go to Google, type in Pinterest for Business. It's going to give you results. Click on the first one and you'll get to this page. Now all you got to do here is just select join Pinterest, or you can sign up using the sign up tab above. Now having a business account gives you the ability to claim your website. And by claiming your website, you're going to have options to access the analytics section on Pinterest. Now this is the audience insight on Pinterest. This tells you the exact categories and interests of all of the Pinterest users, their age range, their gender, and their location. You also have access to what kind of devices that they're using to access Pinterest. And this is all very important information that you can use for your business. Next, you're going to have access to exactly how many impressions your account is getting, your total audience, your engagement, and your engaged audience. It's also going to give you your top boards and your top pins on Pinterest. This is why you need to go ahead and create a Pinterest business account. So my second tip for you guys is to add keywords to your Pinterest profile. In your display name section here, you want to add the keywords that you're targeting. And in your Pinterest About You section, you also want to add keywords in there as well. To do this, simply click on the three little dots up here and it's going to take you to this page. This is where you will be able to add in all of the keywords that you're targeting, but make sure that you do not do keyword stuffing on Pinterest. It used to work back in the day, but now Pinterest sees that as spam, and you want to be careful with the amount of keywords that you use in your Pinterest About You section. You want to go ahead and make it human readable and human friendly so that it is understandable, but yet you still have your keywords in there as well. So my third tip for you guys is to name your boards using keywords. Now to find keywords for your boards on Pinterest, simply go to pinterest.com/topics/whatever it is your keywords are that you are targeting. You want to do this to find out a specific keywords if they have enough followers on Pinterest, if they are worth targeting, and if they actually have followers. As you can see here, affiliate marketing has 19,000 followers, and it is irrelevant to my niche that I am targeting. So this is a good keyword that I can use to go ahead and create my boards around. As you can see here, I have a board called affiliate marketing, and I also go ahead and add in my board descriptions. Board descriptions are very important because they help rank the board, tell Pinterest what the board is about, and also help your visitors understand exactly what it is that you're promoting on that specific board. Next, we want to get into exactly how many boards you need to have on your Pinterest business profile. Well, there is not a magic number, but Pinterest recommends that you have at least 10 boards on your business profile. But from experience, I've been on Pinterest for a while, and I know that having more than 20 boards on your Pinterest profile is great, and it will help, rank your pins and your profile much better in the Pinterest search. But you also want to make sure that your boards are relevant to your niche as well. Create your boards using keywords and create as many boards as you possibly can on your profile so that it ranks better in the Pinterest search. So another tip I have for you guys is to add as many high quality pins to your boards when you create them. Now, once you create a board, you want to go ahead and fill that board up with high ranking pins, pins with a lot of saves. And you can simply do this by using the same method I showed you before, just by typing in pinterest.com/topics, whatever it is your niche or your board name is related to. You want to go ahead and type that in there. And Pinterest tells you right here, right now, that these are some of the best pins on Pinterest. These pins, some of them, are ads that people are promoting on Pinterest, but they have a lot of saves on Pinterest. If you also scroll down, you are going to see other highly ranking and most saved pins on Pinterest in that particular category or topic. So these are the pins that you want to go ahead and save to your board. This is going to make your board rank better on Pinterest because it tells Pinterest that, yeah, this board has some high quality pins in them and they're worth, showing to other people. Now, another tip I have for you guys is to clean your website. I actually mentioned that before. It's very important for your analytics, but a lot of people don't know how to do this. And it's very simple. Once you're on your Pinterest profile, you want to go ahead and click these little three dots, go to the edit settings, and it's going to take you to this page. Once you're on your settings page, you want to go to clean. Click on that, and you are going to have a box here with your website link in it. And all you got to do is click on clean. Now, once you do that, it's going to give you a code that you need to go ahead and add into your website. Go to your website, your dashboard. You want to go to appearances and you want to click on theme editor. In the theme editor, you want to locate where it says header, theme header.php. Go ahead and click on that. And exactly where you have the head section, right before the ending of the head section, this is the tag that Pinterest gave me to clean my website. You want to go ahead and just paste your tag in there. And once you're done, you want to click on update file. In 2 to 3 minutes, Pinterest is going to send you an email and you're going to have this green badge next to your website link. And it's so easy to do, guys, and it's very important that you do so. Next, you want to go ahead and activate rich pins. Now, a while ago, Pinterest, rich pins, they worked great on Pinterest. They used to give you description for your pins, title for your pins, and so on. But something happened and it's not working anymore. But it's still important because it still gives the right amount of information that Pinterest needs on each of your pins. So you need to go ahead and activate it, even though it's not giving you the type of results that you want when it comes to pinning your pins on Pinterest. So you need to go to Google, type in Rich Pin Validator, and click on the first result. Once you're there, you want to go to your blog. This is a brand new website that I'm working on, and you want to go ahead and copy a link to one of your posts. This is not a link to your website. It is a link to a specific post, whatever post it is. Just copy that link and you go to the Rich Pins Validator and you want to go ahead and enter that URL in here and click on validate. That is all you need to do. You're going to get an email from Pinterest and they're going to tell you that your pins you now have rich pins on Pinterest. And it's very important, guys. So you should go ahead and do that. So my next tip for you guys is to create a lot of content using keywords. To find keywords the right way on Pinterest, begin typing in whatever it is you want to write about. So let's say I want to go ahead and write something on how to make money. Make money. As a new blogger or a Pinterest owner, you want to give back to Pinterest. You need to create content using keywords that Pinterest provides you. because those are the same content that they're going to use to provide to their audience, their users. Now, as a new user on Pinterest, you are not going to be able to rank for short keywords. How to make money is a very broad keyword and it's highly competitive. Now, as you grow, your followers grow, and your account gets older, you're going to be able to create content using broad keywords and still get found on Pinterest. But as a new user, you will want to use long tail keywords on Pinterest. So let's say you want to create a post, you want to go ahead and select other keywords here to add to your main keywords. So let's say I want to choose how to make money on Pinterest. This is my pin actually. I'm ranking number 2 for this particular keyword, and this is exactly what you want to do. Now you can also go the extra mile by adding in more keywords like how to make money on Pinterest without a blog, step by step, pinning, 2019 for passive income, so on and so forth. Now these are excellent keywords that you want to use to create your content. Now, your job is to go ahead and select as many keywords as you possibly can in your niche and go ahead and create high quality content using those exact match keywords so that you can be able to rank high on Pinterest and get traffic to your blog. Now, my next tip for you guys is to create amazing pins. Now, back in the day, you could put any pin on Pinterest and, get traffic from it. But Pinterest has become highly competitive, and to show up and get found or get clicks, you will need to work on your pins. Now, I recommend that you use pins with red in them, green, and solid colors that are bright. Those help you get the clicks. Now you can use Canva. Canva is awesome for creating pins for your Pinterest account, and it's free. And most people use PicMonkey as well. Now you need to go ahead and create amazing pins for your Pinterest account. You need to work on your pins if you want to get those clicks. You also want to use, like clickbait titles on your pins, but your content should be relevant to your titles. I recommend not adding too many, distractions in your pins. You want to make your font as large as possible and you want to make them pop and have only like one image in the pin. That is going to make the pin work. So like you can see here, I have how I made $13,000 in 1 month on Pinterest. I actually did make $13,000 in 1 month on Pinterest, and I made a pin about it. And this pin, I did work on this pin a little bit to get it where it is right now. I'm going to tell you how I did that later in the video. But as you can see here, it has been ranking for about 2 to 3 months in this first spot on Pinterest for this particular keyword. So you do not want to add too many distractions in your pins. Make them simple, use titles that are catchy, and they should be relevant to your content, and add one image in your pins and it's gonna get you the results that you are looking for on Pinterest. So next I want to talk about adding keywords to your pin titles and keywords to your pin descriptions. Now these are not keywords that I got from the top of my head. These are keywords that people are searching for on Pinterest, legit survey sites that pay cash weekly. This is a keyword that I got from Pinterest, and as you can see here, I also have those keywords in my pin description as well. So you want to make sure that your keywords are in your pin titles, in your pin description, and on your pin as well. Now, guys, you also want to make sure to go ahead and save your pins to relevant boards. Now, this is a pin that someone repinned from me and they added it to a board called Entrepreneurship Content. But I initially saved this pin to one of my boards called Survey Sites. Now, when you create content, you have to make sure that the title of that pin, the description of the pin, and the board of the pin are all congruent. They are all relevant to each other. This will help your pin get found on Pinterest easily, and it's going to get ranked higher on Pinterest because you're doing all of the right things. Now, guys, another tip I have for you is to avoid duplicate content. You see, back in the day when we used to create a pin, you could go ahead and save that pin to 1,000 group boards. You could save it to as many boards as you wanted on Pinterest, and that will make that pin, rank up in the Pinterest search, and you're gonna get a lot of traffic and so on. But that is not the case anymore, guys. You definitely do not want to do that on Pinterest anymore. You do not want to go ahead and create a pin and then you go ahead and add it to all of the group boards that you have and so on, because it's going to tell Pinterest that you're spamming and it's going to be seen as duplicate content. And it's going to get your account suspended and sometimes even your website link blocked. So you want to be careful how you pin your pins, and I'm going to be showing you what you need to do when you create your pins so that you can help them rank. Now, some gurus tell you that you should go ahead and create a lot of pins for the same link that you have on for your blog post. Don't do that. If you want to create new content or fresh pins for your old post, I recommend that you create maximum 5 pins for each blog post, and you should space that like each month. Create one pin for that old post every other month so that it is not seen as duplicate content. Because if you go ahead now, Pinterest tells you that you can go ahead and create up to 5 pins for each link. But when you actually go ahead and do that, you're going to get suspended. I've lost a lot of accounts, huge accounts with thousands of followers and millions of monthly viewers. And I was getting so much traffic, and all of a sudden, I wake up in the morning, find my accounts gone, my website links are blocked, simply because I was doing what Pinterest said that we should do. So I highly recommend that you do not create those 5 pins right away for your Pinterest account. Space them up, create fresh pins every 1 month for a specific post, and you should not exceed 5 per link. It is very, very important if you do not want to have your account banned on Pinterest. So this brings me to my next tip. And guys, this is if you can afford it. I recommend that you use Tailwind to schedule out your pins to all of the different group boards that you are in. Now, group boards are not as effective as they used to be, and some people claim that they're not getting any results. They do work, but they need to be niche specific to work on Pinterest. So I highly recommend that you use Tailwind to schedule out your pins when you create them to go out to these different group boards, but you should do them in intervals so that they are not seen as spam on Pinterest. But if you cannot afford Tailwind, I do not recommend, you know, repinning your pin to different group boards. If you cannot afford Tailwind, don't join group boards, or else it's gonna make you to want to go ahead and start saving your pins to all of those group boards, and it's gonna cause your account problem on Pinterest, and you do not want that. So this brings me to my next tip on how to actually get repins and comments and engagement on your pins when you pin them so that they can rank higher on Pinterest. There are a lot of group boards on Pinterest that on Facebook that you can join to get repins on your pins. Now, the one I recommend is Bloggers Unite on Pinterest. So you just go to Facebook and you look for Bloggers Unite on Pinterest. Now, this is an awesome group, and the members here, they're so, nice. But that's not all. They create threads every single day that you can join. And the best part about it is that on these threads, you can choose any 10 pins that are related to your niche to repin and get repins from these people as well. Now, I want to stress this out that it is very, very important that you only repin pins that are related to your niche. You want to make sure that you do that because by saving other pins that are not related to your niche, it's going to cause your account some problems, and you do not want that. Now, Pinterest actually recommends that you do not use these types of groups and threads to promote your content, but I find that they are very effective and they help your pins to rank. And I have been doing this for years, and this particular method has not caused me any problems. So I highly recommend using these groups that are on Facebook to promote your pins, to get repins and engagements, but make sure that you only join threads or only repin pins from others that are relevant to your niche. So if you're in the recipes niche, for example, you can type in, Pinterest recipes bloggers, something like that. And those groups are going to have threads that you can join to only save content related to your niche, and they're going to be in your niche as well. They also have a lot of travel Pinterest bloggers groups that they put out threads that you can use to get your content seen on Pinterest as fast as possible. So another tip I have for you guys is to grow your Pinterest followers. Now, back in the day, we used to go ahead and do the follow and unfollow method on Pinterest to get followers and all of that good stuff. But that doesn't actually work anymore. You can do it, but it's going to mark your account as spam. So I highly recommend joining these groups on Facebook as well. Like they have groups called Pinterest followers, and you join them and you join those threads, and you're going to get followers using this particular method. So it's recommended. You can go ahead and do it. I did it for a lot of my accounts, and you can go ahead and try that as well. So my very last tip for you guys is to grow your email list as soon as possible. Now, I didn't do this when I started out with Pinterest, and I highly recommend that you do so. I've had huge accounts. I've driven millions of views and visitors to my different blogs. And one of the mistakes that I made was I did not collect emails. Those accounts got suspended, my links got blocked, I stopped getting traffic, and I sit back right now and I think to myself, what if I was collecting emails, I wouldn't need Pinterest or the constant hassle of creating pins and promoting my pins here and there and going through all of the different steps to continue creating content, to continue getting traffic back to my blogs. It's a lot of hassle, guys. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. And then all of a sudden, you get blocked, you get closed down, and then you have nothing else to do. And you have to start over and over and over. But if I was collecting emails, I wouldn't need to go through all of that trouble. So I highly recommend that when you begin your journey on Pinterest, when you create your blog, you can go ahead and sign up for MailChimp, Sendinblue. Those are all, email services providers that allow you to collect up to 2,000 emails for free and use those if you cannot afford to pay for email service providers. So go ahead and use those on your blogs, on your websites, on your e-commerce stores. Collect as many emails as you can, and that you're going to use that as your market, as the people that you're going to market to. It's very important, guys. I highly recommend that you collect emails on Pinterest. Use Pinterest as a way to grow your email list so that you can use that email list to promote to in the future when all is said and done. So I hope this video helped you guys, and if it did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay awesome until next time, guys.